Hi everyone. Today I want to address a rising trend where some modern new moms are boldly proclaiming that they deeply regret becoming moms. While I don't want to invalidate anyone's feelings, I think it is important that we explore this topic and dive into why this regret may be happening. Maybe you, or because maybe you, right where you are, you could have felt a similar sense of regret. Maybe you didn't fully understand what becoming a mom would truly entail, or perhaps the challenges of motherhood have caught you off guard. So, in our today's podcast, I want us to unpack the topic of regretful motherhood and what we can do as mothers to navigate these feelings and improve the situation. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nas Terry, and I help new moms transition into motherhood and the postpartum period so they can avoid overwhelming challenges like the ones we are discussing today. And we also talk a lot about topics such as pregnancy, baby care, and general health and well being, topics that are dear to moms. So I truly believe that no mom should feel regret about becoming a mother. But let's explore why these feelings have come up for some women. One reason I found is a lack of proper information. It is so easy to get pregnant. You know that. I know you can agree with me. For a normal, healthy young lady, a normal, healthy, fertile young lady, it is very easy to get pregnant. You only need to lay with somebody in voila, or boom, you become pregnant. But while conception happens in the blink of an eye, which is true, and we often celebrate the moment with excitement and joy, the deeper reality of motherhood is rarely discussed. If you can go through my YouTube channel, one of the most popular videos is how to know if I've conceived 3 days after the intercourse. In as much as that was a title that I used, because a lot of people are asking this question, you can actually tell that this is a person who was so anxious about knowing whether they've conceived. So conceiving or getting pregnant is a highly emotional moment, and we so much pour so much energy into these fun and thriving moments and forget the deeper realities of motherhood. So we pour so much energy into planning, for baby showers, creating gift registries, buying cute clothes for little ones, and it is all fun and thrilling. But what really happens when the baby arrives? That is something that many of us don't really prepare for. So recently, I had a story about a woman, and she shared why she regrets becoming a mom, and it struck a chord. She mentioned that while she was in school, no one ever really prepared her for the physical and emotional aspects of giving birth and motherhood. So, for her, she didn't know about the potential for things like tearing during delivery. This is for somebody who's giving birth via the normal vaginal way. The bleeding, the extended periods of bleeding postpartum, the backaches, the changes in your body, the weight gain, the squishy stomach, the bulging stomach, and every part of your body is exaggerated, big boobs, big nose, there's swelling all over. So she says that nobody really prepared her for all of these changes or the difficulties with baby care, the breastfeeding, the sleepless nights, all of these things. And for someone who was not prepared for these realities, it is easy to become overwhelmed and burned out. And I can relate to this on a personal level. Even as a trained nurse and with my husband being a doctor, when we had our first child and she's now 11 years old, we found ourselves in a challenging position. And this is despite our medical backgrounds. The transition to parenthood was a whole new ball game. So I can only imagine how difficult it must be for someone with no prior knowledge or preparation. And that is why I want to stress how vital it is to be properly educated and supported before and after becoming a mom. So, for before, I mean during the pregnancy, and being prepared after becoming a mom, and that is the postpartum period. So I want you to think about it this way. Why do you go to school for 4 years to train for your skill? For example, to become an accountant. Sorry about that. Yeah, so why do you go to school for years, to train for your career? So this is because you need the knowledge and skills to do your job well. So if you entered, for example, into the accounting field without any training, something as simple as creating a balance sheet could overwhelm you. You'd feel like quitting, right? Is that right? I know you agree with me. Type yes in the comment section if you agree with me. And this same goes for motherhood. This same goes for motherhood. If you enter this new phase of life without the proper guidance, you can easily feel lost, stressed, and yes, regretful. And I want to emphasize that it is important to realize that motherhood isn't just about the Instagram worthy baby bump shoot photos or shoots or shopping for adorable outfits, in as much as these things are fun, but these are just the surface. The real work comes after the baby arrives, and that is where many women feel kind of blindsided. So we get so caught up in the excitement that we don't always prepare ourselves for the realities of, things like sleepless nights, the emotional turmoil, the physical and the psychological, changes or challenges that we encounter, the physical recovery that we have to go through, and the emotional toll that motherhood can actually take. And that is why I created an 8-week postpartum program to help you with the tools and knowledge you need to avoid these feelings of regret and fully embrace motherhood with confidence. For me, I truly, truly believe that it is possible to be a mom, or to become a mom who is or who becomes even better, who has more money, who has a better relationship with their partner, and who brings up stable and well grounded children. But this can only happen if you get the proper training and the equipping that you need as a mom. This is so important, and I want to stress that it is utmost important to invest in yourself. Consider it as a self care, because this goes a long way. It will help you to nurture your family, to take care of yourself, postpartum, and even beyond. Do you know that we are with these children for minimum 18 years, and even after they leave the nest, we still think about them. So becoming a mother is not just a one-time event, it is an event that you need to be well prepared for. So what is the real cause of regret? In many cases, I would say it is misinformation or lack of preparation. Maybe you read a parenting magazine and you thought that would be enough. But when the reality of motherhood hit, you realized it was far more intense than you ever expected. And that is why preparation is key. You need to take classes, get proper training, and be informed. When you're well prepared and supported, there's no room for regret, only joy. And yes, motherhood is challenging, but when you're equipped to handle those challenges, you'll find fulfillment instead of frustration. So, can you imagine a child who is being brought up by a regretful mom? In as much as this mom may not voice openly, or she may not verbalize her regret to the child, there's a way we as human beings are. We have that instinct of being able to read the energy of that other person. We can be able to feel when a person close to us is angry, when they don't love us, when they don't care about us. So these moms, they don't really need to voice their regrets to their children. But just because they are close to them, they are gonna project these negative emotions to their children, and these children are gonna grow up with an emotional deficit. And these are people who are growing up and becoming people that are not able to hold a relationship. That is why we have a lot of relationship issues. That is why we have a lot of issues in the society. This is because we as parents, or our parents, were not emotionally equipped for the motherhood journey, because becoming a mom or being a mom involves a lot of pouring yourself out onto your child. And how are you going to pour out from an empty cup? You're not gonna be able to do that. We only pour out what we have. If you have regret, you're gonna pour more regret. And as you can know, or as you know, we women are multipliers. So if you have a tiny bit or a glass of regret, you're gonna multiply that regret and give your child 2 cups of regrets. So it's gonna spiral up and become something really big. And we as mothers, we just want to bring up well grounded, stable individuals. We want to invest in these children, we want to invest in these people so that they can become great people one day who will make us so proud and so happy. So, if this is you, I want you to take investing in yourself as a mom very seriously. Self care is not a luxury, it is an essential aspect of motherhood. So I want to encourage you to invest in yourself today as a mom, just as you would for your career. If you spent years in college preparing for your profession, why wouldn't you take time to prepare for motherhood? A role that's equally, if not more, important. Think about that. So, in the video description, I will leave 2 links. One is for the 8 weeks postpartum program. I want you to join in. Actually, you will book a call, because this one we only admit a few people because it is highly personalized. And if you are those people that need that personal guidance, then this postpartum program is gonna be for you. If you're not if you're not ready for an 8 week coaching program, which is what I highly recommend you take right now, you can actually start with the guide, how to overcome the 3 most overwhelming postpartum challenges, such as this one that we are talking about. There's also the link in the video description. I would advise you take them both. Why not? Because you said that self-care is not a luxury, it is actually a postpartum essential. So the links are in the video description. And thank you so much for listening in. Like, subscribe, and share this podcast, and I'll see you in the next one.